he never fired Mal. I'm like, yeah, and he ain't coming back.
Yeah, like nobody.
And it's funny because now I have so their show, not even their show, their response dropped today,
Yeah,
and
it was slick.
it
They had
literally
a nice
dropped.
little setup.
Yeah, it dropped in the afternoon, so it's an hour, whatever. I got about 20 minutes left, but
Like a book.
I was so surprised. Like Mao had the most to say.
Why you call him Mao?
Like
I call him Maul.
Mao, but he had the most to say. Like he really wanted to let stuff off
think
his
so?
chest. Like he talked a lot.
I thought Roy talked a lot, but I haven't
But you
finished
didn't.
it.
You didn't you watched the beginning when they talked about the money, right?
Yeah.
So after that, he took over and he just talked it felt like he was defending himself the whole time. I think Joe really struck a nerve when he's like, he lived with me for 6 years and I don't know, he had this like notion and he's like, I wasn't homeless, I didn't sleep in the house like that. He's like, I had money too. Like it was kind of like the situation was just beneficial for us. Like we had money, but a roommate's a roommate. Like it was just beneficial for us, both of us.
Yeah, I think this still shows, like, in my opinion, that Joe Budden is definitely bad for business. Everybody that he works with, the bridge gets burned. Everyday Struggle, Spotify.
Slaughterhouse.
I don't even know if he was on Tidal for a while.
Slaughterhouse.
I don't even know if they blamed him, but he just didn't perform.
So,
he told the story before, but I just don't remember it.
In the actual, in their response, they said they're texting Royce. And Royce said basically...
What are you talking about, the Slaughterhouse thing?
Yeah, so right now, their response, Roy, they said they texted...
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
They said they texted Royce, I forgot one of them reached out to the other.
Yeah.
And Royce basically is all like, this is like the same shit we did, happened.
I don't know.
So, like,
yeah.
Slaughterhouse, Def Jam too. Remember, he did this with Def Jam.
Yeah.
Like, so... Bro, how many is that? It's 5?
And then he did I already mention Everyday Struggle?
Yep.
I don't even know if he was on Tidal. They talked about Tidal money, but I don't know if they did a deal with Tidal. But there was that. Like,
I don't remember if that did happen. It was probably very early, and I don't remember that.
Yeah. So yeah, he's definitely bad for business. Everybody that he works with, it ends terribly.
Yeah.
There's really no way around it.
Bro, but like some of the stuff they were saying is just like, bro, like and it's funny because they didn't really they didn't argue everything he said.
Yeah.
They just clarified. So that's to me what made it worse is like, bro, like they're not even saying these things about you. They're just giving the second half. They're not saying, oh, you lied, you didn't say this. They're saying you omitted this. You're not saying this shit.
Yeah, and it really opens up like their perspective from people who are like, y'all didn't start anything, y'all are just a worker, blah blah blah. But apparently they had partnership percentages instead of like a salary.
They're a percentage partner, knowing that they have 100% right to get the accounts to get the accounting, because if you're a percentage partner, that's your income. If you're a salary partner, who fucking cares?
Right.
And what they were saying, what made it, they said this happened 2019, right before the pandemic hit. They're like, it didn't make sense to us, but we're like, we'll work it out down the road. It was always working down the road.
Right.
He's like, when we were touring for the podcast, we'll have 1,000 people in the seats. We got paid to say $10. We had 2 people, and we had $2,000, 2,000 people in the seats. We got paid $10. And they're like, that shit didn't make sense.
Right.
If we're a percentage partner, there's double the amount of people.
Right.
You're telling me everything else was double the cost where we got the same money, the outcome?
Yeah.
And then the story that really kind of got me was the one Rory said, and he was backed up on it about...
You're having a hard time pronouncing their names, huh, buddy?
Well, Rory... about when they got what's that? Not the Cash App deal, the other one.
Square?
No, the Patreon.
Okay. I don't even know if they burned the bridge of Patreon, but yeah, he said anybody.
That was quick though, too.
Yeah, it was in and out. That was after, I think, the Spotify deal. They bounced around quite a bit.
The Patreon was in conjunction with Cash App.
Okay.
because Cash App doesn't have platform.
But I'm saying that was after the Spotify
Yeah.
deal. Okay, yeah.
So he said that they're getting their whatever percent from the streams and everything. They got their Cash App deal and then the Patreon deal, and then he said this was a lot of money, and they both said that there was a lot of people within the show complaining that they're being overworked and underpaid.
Yeah, and they pointed out. I think those people were salaried. I want to say I think they were pointing more.
I mean, they regardless, they felt that,
Right.
and then they said they were going to give them the first month or two pay from Patreon to them.
And I think they were pointing more towards Parks.
Yeah, or Park, because he said Parks 5 times with that.
Like 8. Yeah,
but he did name like 5 people.
Do you remember those
but
people?
Parks was 5. Was
Parks
5 times.
Parks was 5 out of those 8 people.
So, and then they said, because he's like, Roy, so I didn't need it. Like I didn't need it. We just got this big Cash App thing. We're doing good, and he's like, and I'm not dumb. I wasn't gonna give it away. I said for the first couple months.
I hate people like that. Like, don't make it seem like you're a pushover and then stand up for yourself down the road. I'm not giving away anything for free. Like that, that doesn't make sense.
So he said he was gonna give it. He was gonna give it to them, and he told Joe's manager
or whatever. Yeah.
And he said Joe called him like yelling at him and all this shit. Like, why you being ungrateful and shit? And he's like,
that's some Birdman mentality.
Bro,
that's the
like,
shit Birdman would do.
He's like, the show's gonna fall apart because everyone's like, they're not happy. Like, they're not getting paid. Like, where's their stake? Well, their salary or whatever. I mean, I don't know if their salary or whatever.
I'm pretty sure they are.
Like, they're not happy. What the fuck you want? Like, he's like, I don't need it right now. Like, you told us 8 months before the Spotify deal ended to save our bread, and I've been doing that. Like, I'm trying to do this for the show.
And have you noticed, like, every time he leaves something, a situation, there's a long-winded explanation?
Mm-hmm.
Like, when he left Everyday Struggle, he had a long-winded explanation about how they wanted him to come on Fridays and all this other stuff. And then when they broke up with Spotify, they had a long explanation about Rolexes and how they didn't get their watches and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Now they're breaking up here. Like, I definitely think Joe's the denominator.
The funny thing is with Spotify, that was really what brought them downhill. Not downhill like from quality. Yeah, quality too, because they had a stretch where they weren't that great. But I think money-wise, because when they were getting paid, they had a contract, but it was almost like they were employed. They didn't have to worry.
Yeah.
Instead, they started doing things on their own. But after that is when it's really started doing, because Joe had his hand in everything because he controlled everything.
Yeah, it definitely comes off like, basically from what I'm seeing from both sides, it seems like Joe is the greedy one. Yeah, like it's never enough. Like when they offered him the Spotify deal,
because who talked about Spotify the most?
He wanted more money from that and all that. So it seems like Joe is the more greedy one, and the other guys are acting as if they didn't need the money. Yeah, which I don't really like, but
it's not that. I really don't. I mean, watching from what I heard, they didn't act like they didn't need the money.
It was like, I don't need it.
No,
I'm
they both acted like they were getting paid enough. That's the way they both acted.
I wouldn't say that. Rory seemed like he was underpaid, or no, he felt like he was overpaid, and then Mal was
that's not what said, because Joe told him he was overpaying them.
Right. So I don't know.
Yeah,
it just seemed like a mess of a breakup, as usual.
What it came down to is that, from what I gathered, as Roy said, stuff didn't add up. Yeah, and then at that point, it's like, I don't care what I'm getting paid. It just all seems like it doesn't add up.
It's Joe Birdman Budden, he's out here robbing people.
And then he went on, bruh. The funny thing was like, and who wears those hats?
I didn't get there yet.
And then when Joe told him, you didn't get it. And I believe him when he said this, because Joe said it on his live broadcast. Yeah. After they posted this,
he said it today.
He said, do you need a calculator? I was like, bro, like.
And then he was like, they were sending us Google Excel spreadsheets. Like, bruh, how unprofessional is that? Yeah. You know how insulting that is to send somebody that? You got the nerve to send me an Excel spreadsheet and say, whip out a calculator.
And then Joe didn't help at all today, because they both didn't accuse him of stealing. They both didn't accuse the accounting firm of stealing either. What they both said is that there is an error of 400K.
Yeah.
And then they both
Okay.
said what happened here, and the accounting firm said, "Oh, it was an error. We're fixing it,
Right.
or we fixed it, whatever." And then they never got the documents of it being fixed. And then Joe's saying, "I didn't steal none." And then like all the comments are like, "No one said he did." And then, but it doesn't make like Joe makes it put himself in a hole because Joe said, "Yeah, and no accounting firm's gonna make a 400K mistake." I'm like, so.
Yeah.
If no accounting firm's gonna make it, that means you have like
Yeah, and then I was watching the live and people were roasting him. They
Bro.
were like 400,000 on Beijing. I'm like, damn. He ended up leaving. Like he got ran out of live. But yeah, so where do you think they go from here? Do you think they're gonna start their own podcast? Do you think he's gonna bring back the old people on his show like Joe Budden?
I don't know. I mean, from what Joe Budden said, he can do it with any people in the seats. So I don't know now. And also they mentioned, I don't know how far he got in it, that Joe told them
Yeah,
if they start a podcast, he's gonna sue them.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense because they were not under him; they were partners. But then he said he fired them. So how does that work? Like Joe Budden is toxic.
Yeah.
He's
so
just all over
that's
the
that's
place.
what he said, and then they kind of laughed, but they're like, "That's what he told us." So I'm like,
Yeah,
but if you don't have any. It's a podcast, so it's not like an NDA or like you're not working for a company. Like,
because Joe Budden was on
Yeah.
Everyday Struggle while also doing the Joe Budden podcast.
yeah,
So I don't understand why they can't have their own stuff.
it's not like
especially
you're starting a
since-
tech company. You're
Yeah.
talking. Like, I don't
I don't know.
I don't understand how you can be stopped from talking.
Yeah, it don't make sense. But I think what makes Joe Budden's podcast interesting is the guests. Like
Mhm.
just him and the other guys, it wasn't really that entertaining for me. And they're older people, so it's harder to relate. The last one I watched from him was the Kevin Samuels guy. Do you know who that is? You don't know.
No.
That. He's the guy that be critiquing women online and stuff. He had him on there, and that was the most interesting conversations he's had in a while. But
But they
after
moved
that,
away from that for a while, right?
that was the most
not,
recent one.
Not moved away. They didn't have guests on as frequently, right?
Yeah, before that, I don't remember the last guest they've had on their show. It's usually like call-ins and stuff, but he
Yeah.
had like a physical person.
There's
in
not.
there.
I remember the Pusha T one because that was like 2 hours.
That was like last year.
Yeah, I
pre-pandemic?
don't remember. Like,
Yeah.
I don't because I don't remember guests, but I don't know. I think Joe's definitely gonna continue his show, whatever. I want to hear his next show, and it'll probably be one of his biggest shows number wise.
I mean, it's beating a dead horse at this point. I can only hear the same subject for so long. What else is he gonna say that's new?
After Joe's next one? Then it's gonna be that
Yeah,
because this is his first response to what they said
it'll probably be his first response
after thinking.
the second time, I guess.
I mean,
This is gonna be
what he did today wasn't really a.
that was PC Joe saving it for the podcast Joe. He's probably gonna come in with a different energy because you saw how he was when he was on the show versus when they left the show. He talked
Yeah.
different. So
He's like, I love them, man.
yeah,
but you know
he's
what?
definitely bipolar.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll definitely get a different Joe. I think I would be interested to watch a Rory and Maul show. I think that would probably be a little more interesting than the Joe Budden podcast. Just because they're younger and I don't know, they sound like they have more to talk about that's more relatable.
I feel like they would do more topics, like a more variety of topics.
Yeah.
Because, yeah. And also, I mean, I would definitely watch in the beginning at the very least just to see how they hold up.
Yeah. And their set looked good too. It reminded me of the
Yeah.
girls that are on the Joe Budden podcast,
Yeah.
the girl show.
And,
Kinda remind me of that.
we don't even know if that is their set. They could have rented one out just to get this out the way. Like, who knows?
I mean, that's impressive.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I didn't even know where they posted.
I don't know. I found it. I didn't pay.
Vimo, I didn't even know they had like a paid like section like that.
Yeah, everybody's doing paywalls. Like, just
I
wait
thought
an
that
hour.
was just like I thought that's where people post music videos.
I don't know. But yeah, so that happened, and then we got some music that dropped. J. Cole, the off season, that dropped as well.
Fire.
It's a good album.
It's a great album.
What was it? I think I had, how many songs is it? 10, right?
Was it 10?
I think I scored it 8-2 in my headphones, and then skip free in the car.
So look at this real quick. I click on this one. explicit.
Why are you showing me
I
this?
click on this one. It's not explicit. What the fuck is that?
That's probably because it's the clean version.
Yeah, but I don't even know how to get to that. When you go to his profile,
You just went there though.
yeah, but it had to be because when you go to his profile, there's only one there, and it's explicit. That's it.
I don't know how. What is
So
that?
I don't-
Spotify?
Yes, I don't know why there are two.
No, wait for me.
Like I don't know what the hell that was wrong.
Yeah, I got an Apple Music Buddy
Yeah.
premium account. But
Yeah,
yeah,
contradicting how you talk about Apple, then you have Apple Music.
I mean, I talk about products. If I like a service, I like a service. I mean, I can't argue with
Yes.
their
I mean,
product.
I've never had. I mean, it's not even an issue because Spotify, it's there, but I love Spotify. Like
Yeah, a
the,
lot of
the
people that
playlist, the Spotify radio, everyone I know that has Spotify that's had Apple Music
Mhm.
always say it's better.
yeah, those people usually sell a little kilo of coke in jail. So I mean,
Entrepreneurs.
you are the circle you hang around. So J. Cole was 12-0 for in the car, and then I think it had 2 skips on the headphone. I don't remember what the 2 skips were because it's a very good album. What did you think about
what
it?
skips did you have?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I gave it. I gave it a.
Oh yeah, he had Black on here. I didn't even notice that. Huh.
Yeah, I didn't notice. I didn't notice his part till. I think it's just like the harmonize in the back.
Maybe that was the first one. And when I say skip, I don't mean like I skipped it. I listened to the whole song and I was like, I didn't like it. So yeah, 2 songs I didn't like. That was the first one. Then I listened to it the second
I want
time.
to give it like a 9.
I listened to it the second time and there was no skips.
I give it
wild.
a 9.
How many times you listened to it? Once.
I listened to it 3 times on headphones, and then once just like on Alexa. I was doing stuff around the house.
Speaker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 4 listens.
I gave it a 8. It was nice. I don't know where I'd rank this. I got to give it some more time. I don't know.
I can't rank like when one of my favorite artists drop because I'm like excited for the job. I have to let it simmer a little bit, then go back and review some other ones.
That's what I was just saying.
I'll agree with you, bro.
I was just
Let me
saying
agree
that.
with you.
I don't know if I like it more than Forest Hill Drives. Forest Hill Drives I think that was when he was entering his prime. Before that, he had Born Sinner, Cold World, KOD came after that. So I think that was him entering his prime, and I think J. Cole's in his prime right now. It didn't sound like he was trying to follow a sound or anything like that.
No.
He was just doing his own thing, and I liked his cadence, and he had some bars on here. So it's
he
a good
also
one.
kind of showed us a couple of cadences, not often, but he did show glimmers of us a couple cadences. Now, like, man, I wanted to like talk to these. There was a lot of reaction videos, especially like on TikTok. Like a lot of people gave it a mid, right? And a lot of people are like, he kept the same beats. He didn't really show much more than he did before. I'm like, bro, like first of all, when you're a rapper, there's not much more you can do just within your bars. That's all, right?
What?
When you're a rapper, right?
Okay.
Like the only thing you can do and improve is your bars, right? You can't improve much more besides your bars.
Like your beat selection, yeah.
Yeah, I mean his beat selection I thought was on point. I
Okay.
liked it a lot. There was one beat I wasn't the biggest fan of, but it wasn't an L. It was just didn't compare to the rest to me.
Okay.
And then I'm like, he added features. Like, what do you mean he didn't grow? Like, he didn't do that before. Like, that's him compromising. You want a feature with 10 features every song a feature.
Right.
Like, I think this is the compromise.
For him to put features on there?
Yeah, like, no, that's a compromise for him growing and understand what the actual music industry is now.
Okay.
And I think that's a good start. 3 features. I don't want any more. And I think the features played very well into the style.
Yeah.
Like, he made sure they fit. He didn't, not one feature took over, and they were still on his sound.
Yeah. I was very impressed with the 21 Savage song.
Yeah.
And the Lil Baby.
He surprised me.
verse.
21 Savage surprised me.
I don't know if it's just their chemistry, but I heard that and I saw a lot of people saying what I was thinking as well. They should do like a collab.
Yeah.
It don't even got to be something long. It could be like
One of those little
8,
mini EPs.
like an 8 song, because 21 ain't got 21 in them.
No.
So yeah,
You
that
got
would be
20.
that would be dope. I would definitely listen to that. But yeah, I don't know. 21 just raps different
Bro,
with J. Cole.
It literally made me, damn, like, am I sleeping on the dude? Like,
Nah.
so I went back to the one he did last year with Metro Boomin. Was
Yeah,
it?
it's not
Trash.
good. And 21 Savage has that effect. You be like, damn,
Like
Is
up my
it me?
sleeve? Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
and it's not. It's crazy. He's
Did
he's in a gray area.
he also dropped the Spider-Man one this week.
The
The one-
Spiral.
Yeah, the one we were
You
talking
said
about.
Spider-Man.
Was it Spider-Man? I thought it
No,
was Spider-Man.
Spiral.
Really?
The Saw
Oh.
movie. I told you this.
Yeah, well, he dropped it this week and it was trash.
Uncultured.
It was trash.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna be trash. I saw it on the playlist. I just kept scrolling.
But it was like
I'm
I'm
not
like
gonna
it's
listen
the
to this.
same week that you delivered like this bar,
Yeah.
and then you gave us this. I'm like, nah, you're like one of those NBA teams that play up to the competition.
And then, how do you feel about J. Cole being signed? I think it was an African basketball team.
That's cool. I mean, he likes playing basketball, so that's awesome. I mean, I don't think it. I mean, why? I don't know why there would be any negative to it. He's just out
He's
there
the
having
president.
fun.
What if, like, you're an artist on the label, you're trying to get your project approved, and he's out there playing basketball? He's on the court for 30 minutes. You gotta wait till he gets a
30
timeout.
minutes?
Like,
30 minutes is gonna stop your album.
yeah, like, bro, they need approvals. What are you doing?
What are you doing? You're waiting till like
You do it.
like Thursday 10:30
Yeah, you
right before it
shouldn't
pops out.
You shouldn't fallaways. Like, what's happening right now?
Nah, man. Let the dude play. Let
Nah.
him play.
Have we seen him play? Like, last time we played was
Just videos, like training
wasn't
videos.
he in the All-Star game or the celebrity to
Yeah.
2-2? But he was playing against fucking Lil Baby. You know he can't hoop. Like, what?
I mean, was it? I forgot it was the Pistons. Remember, there's a team that gave him that said they'll give him open tryout. Was it the Pistons? I forgot what it was.
I don't
who
know.
it was, but
It was probably for ticket sales. But yeah,
open
You-
tryouts for ticket sales.
I think Quavo's a better hooper than J. Cole.
Hey, but J. Cole put some videos out there. He out there training,
Sure.
but everyone looks good in open gym.
Everyone looks good on camera. But yeah.
Edit.
And then Kodak Black dropped Haitian Boy. What did you listen to it?
Yeah, the first like 3 or 4 songs, absolute trash. Like I was like and then it changed, and the second half I bumped it. The acapella was the best one.
Were you serious?
Yes, I was serious about that.
Wow, that's crazy.
And then he like started going different language and stuff, and I liked it.
Did you do you throw the captions on there like to see what they're saying?
Nah,
Does
'cause I
Spotify have that feature?
Yeah, but I was on my headphones. I wasn't staring at my phone. I was
Oh.
listening to it.
Oh, yeah, nah. It's like goddamn hieroglyphs. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
Why would the caption show that? Wouldn't the caption show English?
Nah, no, it wasn't
You have to turn
English.
English
It
on.
wasn't
But
English.
closed caption converts to the language.
That's hieroglyphs. That's hieroglyphs. Like,
But I mean, in that language, it rhymed.
nah, I hated it. Especially the acapella. I didn't finish the album, so maybe I got to.
So the second half is way better than the first. Like
Right.
the first 4 songs, trash.
Okay. Man, I feel like I'm forcing myself to compare Kodak Black to Gucci Man. I'm like, damn, I want him to be what Gucci Man became, you know?
And we're not talking about musically. You're talking about like career wise, right?
Career-wise and musically, because Gucci Man puts out songs that I like, but Kodak does not.
That's what I'm saying.
I just don't like that.
I would mean you're talking about like the character of Gucci Man evolving and becoming who he is
Yeah,
now.
and even
'Cause
musically, I feel like
I don't think I would ever put Kodak in the same realm as Gucci musically.
I think Gucci Man musically, I think he has evolved as an artist.
Mhm.
So I would put him. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I'd want him to evolve spiritually as well as musically, because this isn't it.
But Gucci Man, even at the very beginning of his career, his music was way better than what Kodak's doing, in my opinion.
Well, fair, but still, like, can I get a notch? Like, there's nothing.
Bro, he's like, you know what? Let me show you. I can rap. He went cut the beat, little conceited, and then he
said that.
went, no.
Oh, I thought the beat just faded out.
No,
like,
look,
bro,
man,
he's
I'm about to
still
wilding out, bro.
What is he doing in there? He's like, just keep recording.
They should have had conceited in there. Say it.
Yeah, it was terrible. I can't rate it because I didn't finish it, so I'm not going to disrespect him like that.
I mean, I gave it a 5.
That's what's up. That's high.
That's high.
I gave what's the dude's name? What's Johnny's?
Blueface.
I gave Big Crit a 3, and you're giving Kodak a 5.
Yeah.
So it's better than Big Crit.
For you, I didn't give Big. Why you always assume I gave him a 3? I gave him a 7.
You didn't stop me.
I gave him a. Why would I stop you from your rating?
I don't
It's
know.
your rating.
I don't know. But yeah, it's a terrible album.
Johnny already stopped you that time. He went, what?
I don't even think he listens to Big Crit anymore. But yeah, it's a terrible album. I don't suggest anybody listen to
You
it.
didn't even listen to it
From what I've heard, it's not
from the
good.
snippet.
Yeah, sure. And then what Georgia Smith
Smith.
came out. I didn't listen to
Ooh,
her.
this was a great album,
Yeah,
man.
I didn't listen to the full album because I was trying to rate J. Cole's album, but I liked what I heard. It was good.
Yeah.
Did it sound like she was trying to have like more of an island type sound?
So that was actually one of the things I'm gonna bring up. The third track, the island one,
Mm-hmm.
that's the only one that had that.
Okay.
And I really feel like it was because of the feature that I don't know what was her name again, but the feature, it's that sounded like her voice, like it really was fitting to her voice.
Yeah.
Other than that, she kind of went back to like all the other tracks, still like little taste of island, but R&B island, not like that third track was very like it changed up a lot.
Yeah, I liked it. She has such a soothing voice.
Yeah,
So I mean, it's hard
this
to.
is what I say when I want like. This is a vinyl album. This type of music's made for vinyl. Like I'm gonna buy this on vinyl. Like this is you can just play around the house, have it playing. Like I
Yeah.
liked it a lot. This was my second favorite drop of the week, easy. Which it sounds bad, but if Jaco didn't drop, this would be easily my favorite drop of the
Yeah,
week.
and it's R&B, so R&B kind of is like one of my favorite types of genres. So it's good. I definitely suggest people check it out.
May's looking out good for music so far.
Yeah, it was a good week. And then Seeing Green drop. Did you listen to that song?
Yeah, the
Okay,
Nicki
cool.
Minaj
Because I was
song.
talking about it so much. So you
But I
got
wait till like I listened to like a lot of albums before I even got to that.
yeah. So it's Seeing Green. It's Nicki Minaj's new song off of her old mixtape, but she put new songs on that old mixtape, which
She put like 3 new songs.
yeah.
on there.
So I got confused. But with this song, I really liked it. It's Nicki Minaj, Lil Wayne, and Drake. That's a really good combo. Everybody rapped.
Mm-hmm.
Did you not like any of the verses?
Nah, all of them went hard.
Okay, I was finna say like how can you say nobody rapped good on here?
Why
How-
would I say that?
Because you're a hater. How would you rank them?
How do I hate them? Tell me.
You're always hating on them. You're like
I say Drake is an average artist. That's not hating.
okay, that's
I
not
never
true.
said he sucks.
That's basically saying that
How is that the same?
because he's like a top tier artist.
To
He's-
some, I guess. I mean, all his music's good. It's not
Oh.
this pedestal you have him on.
I don't know. I wouldn't even give him my 2 cents. So we're just talking about you.
I
Anyway,
mean,
so how do you rank it? Who had the best verse 1 to 3?
Lil Wayne, number 1.
You didn't listen.
Drake 2 and Nicki 3.
Yeah. So I had Wayne 1. Originally I had Wayne, Nicki, and Drake the same order, but then like the more you listen to it, you hear new little bars on there. So I still have it Wayne. I think I moved Drake up to second, and then Nicki third.
So the same order I had?
Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, I don't know. Like,
I think also, and Nicki's snap, but I think because some recent news about Drake, and then it kind of felt like he threw the jab in the verse too, talking about like your girls like cold pizza better in the morning and stuff like that.
I wasn't even listening to that one.
That's on. So that's a bar he had on there, and it just remember last month he got accused of.
Yeah,
So like, I was like, man, that's cold. Like he put it on there.
the
and
one that hit me was when he was talking about he's talking about some chick you bang her for 8 years and then you still bang her like her first husband. That's the one I thought he was talking about her with.
Yeah.
I was like, God
well, that could have been
damn.
also with the pizza one. Is
Maybe.
girls like pizza better in the morning.
Maybe I was like, God damn, Drake.
Yeah.
You're a terrible person.
He is
But
all that
he is
part.
just
And then
flexing.
it's funny because Nicki had some bars suggesting stuff like that too
Yeah,
on her other songs. Not this one, other songs. She had bars like that too, saying, basically, "I'll take your husband." Like,
yeah.
so I don't know where they got it from each other back in the day.
Yeah. So Wayne was like vintage, like old
It was
school
mixtape Wayne almost.
Yeah, and then Drake was punchline Drake, but like relevant
Yeah.
raps. Like he talks about shit that's happening right now.
Yeah.
And then Nicki's raps seem to be like she still seemed a little bitter to me. Still talking about people going against her, like the machines and like industry people.
Yeah.
And then how she's still
Well,
the
she
queen
wanted
of
to
rap.
make a real point that I'm the queen and
Yes.
blah blah blah. So like, it was there, but
It was kind of the same old though.
I expect that from Nicki. You don't.
No, I want to hear a rap, but still, this was rap though. It was just that portion of the song.
So it's rap, but you just didn't want you want a different context.
Yeah, just punchline Nicki because she had it on this song, but some of she started to veer away a little bit, little bitterness, but still, it's a good song. I put it on my playlist for 2021. I'm working on that right now, but yeah, I definitely suggest people check that out.
It was good. Did you listen to the other two songs?
What other two songs?
She had 3 new songs on the mixtape.
Oh yeah. I listened to the second one on accident.
I forgot.
And then I went on.
Right?
I don't know. I went on with my business. I don't remember, but yeah, it was good.
She snapped on the other one. I forgot. It starts with an F or a crocodile, and then the last new song that she put on there, I didn't like at all.
Yeah, so I had to get out of there. And then
I wasn't about to listen to that mixtape again.
No, I hate the mixtapes where they're just yelling, like the DJ is just screaming. Like, bro, shut
Bro,
up.
that's 09.
Like holiday season. Like, shut up. I'm trying to hear the rapper.
But it's okay when Lil Jon does it with J. Cole.
He did. He did at the yeah, but he didn't do it over J. Cole's rap. He did it at the end. It was classy. That was just ghetto. I'm not trying to hear all that. Who was I don't even know what DJ that was, but it was terrible. Then they have other people snip it like DJ Eskimo. Like, shut up.
All the DJs on there.
I don't care. Just
let
like
me
how,
hear. For like that era, I like how Lupe Fiasco did it. No one did a shout out, but he had like a 20-minute outro just thanking everybody. Remember that outro?
I hated.
And he's like, at last, follow me on MySpace now. And Lupe Fiasco.
Like, I hated mixtape era rap because you had to get through all of that just to hear some punchlines. And then when you're leaving HEB, you can't even leave right away. You got to wait till all that gunk is gone and the rapper starts rapping so you could drive by some hoochies. But,
yeah.
Live and learn. And then there's rumors about Meek Mill wanting out of his deal. Apparently there was, I don't know if it was his birthday, but he was in VIP and 2 people couldn't get in the club. Well, 2 people couldn't get to him. 6ix9ine was banned from the club.
Makes sense.
I don't know why 6ix9ine would want to show up there. And then Rick Ross, he couldn't get to the VIP section. Apparently they banned him.
I mean, did Rick Ross try, or was it just known he was banned, but Rick Ross didn't even show up?
I mean, how would you know he's banned unless he showed up?
Because the people knew. Like Meek told the people, if Rick Ross comes today, don't let him come in.
Like, either way, like, is Meek Mill going out like Wale right now?
Nah, I think Meek Mill's all right. He just wants out. He wants to be independent.
Isn't Wale independent, or isn't Wale off the deal, off the label?
I thought he still want it. He just vocally. That's why he doesn't put music out.
It sounds like Meek Mill's going down the lane of Wale. And then I saw that he was wanting his next album to be an NFT.
Yeah.
Like, bro, this is why I'm not letting you put shit out. You're doing foo-foo stuff. Like, what?
I mean, the artists that have done NFT albums, they made good money.
What artist did that, Ray?
Tory Lanez.
How much did he make?
Couple mil.
Okay.
Where's he? That's American, not Canadian.
A Canadian. Okay. He can't touch that. He's banned. So, yeah, good job with that.
Real like taking like a kind of turn in this. NFT, right? I understand what it is. You understand what NFT is, right?
Yeah, it's stupid.
Okay. It's a hype coin. It's not even a hype coin. It's a hype
I don't
token.
think it's digital though. It's not. I don't think it's a coin.
It's a token.
I don't think it's a coin.
It's a token. It's in the name.
It's a skin.
It's a name. It's a token. You're really getting a digital certificate. That's what it really is. So
this is so stupid.
I understand a painting, right? It's like an artist selling a painting, a digital painting of it, or even like
he didn't make no couple mil. You're lying. You just made that up. Tory Lanez. He didn't make anything. It's not out yet.
He made a couple mil, bro.
Boldly is pandering.
Like that's the name of the what?
I don't know.
So I understand, like the tweet that sold, the art piece that sold, the.
Why do you understand that?
The gifts, blah blah blah. Right.
Why do you understand that though?
No, I understand how that worked. What I don't understand is how does a musician do it? Because what are you selling, like, the ownership of? Is it the song? Like, so is when you sell it, the token, so does the producer, everyone that worked on the song get the cut or what? Because like the gift that sold, the creator of the gift, they get that $60,000 that's sold for. They
Okay.
get it, okay? Because you're a creator. An artist, they draw a picture. The digital painting, they own the right to. The person that bought it owns the right to it now because they own it.
Okay.
But how does the music have? Do they own that song, or what are you buying NFT wise when an artist releases music as NFT? That's what I don't understand.
It's the same thing. Like NFT, in my opinion, doesn't make any sense. So
It's hype. It's just like a collector's market. That's all it is.
so you buying because I have a friend, he bought a NFT egg, and he said it's gonna be worth so much. And in that egg, I asked him if it hatches. He said it hatches, but like he's holding it expecting the value to go up. But in my opinion, it's just a gaming skin.
Yeah.
That's the best way I compare it.
But here's the thing: is like that somebody created and something someone sold, right?
Okay.
But if you create a piece of music, what is a person purchasing when they buy through NFT? Because it's still on streaming media. It's still like a lot of people put work into that song, not just you. So what are they purchasing the token of?
It's really nothing because just like with that egg, you can replicate it because it's digital. It's not like it's exclusive. It's just I don't know. It's stupid.
Like I said, like I get the egg, I get the gifts. The NBA did one; they sold it for $200K. Like
Sure.
I get all that stuff. I
it
don't get
sounds
the
like-
music part.
It sounds like those astronomical numbers are just going to like charity. Like what are you gonna do with this?
Because it's all it is just a hype. It's a collector's market, not a hype. Which we call it hype. It's a collector's market. You can say you have a token that you own this.
Sure.
That's all it is. So
Sure.
I'm curious on what you're purchasing with NFT and music.
Yeah, I'm not. And then with sports, the Cowboys preseason schedule is now available. Is it the entire schedule?
Yeah, I don't know why you focus on preseason. The whole schedule out.
Yeah. So I got 6 games. Do you see this? No, you didn't.
I've seen it, but I don't know about memory.
So the first 6 games, what do you think their record's going to be? It's on my computer. You don't got to look it up. It's right here.
They give you space. Let me give you space.
All right, so first game, Cowboys-Steelers. Who you got?
The first game we play against is Tampa.
Isn't August 5th before September 9th?
Why are we talking preseason, bro? The first game of the year is against Tampa.
Okay, so you don't want to go Steelers.
We're talking regular season. We're not talking preseason.
Okay, so all these, you don't want to talk about these games?
No, because the starters don't even play. It's just
Okay, what do you want to talk about?
the season.
Okay, what games?
The season.
Pick a
You want to
game,
the
Roy.
first
Pick a
6
game.
games of the season.
Okay, pick a game.
Okay, first game, Tampa.
All right, I got Tampa.
I got Tampa. And then we have Los Angeles Chargers. I got Cowboys.
I got Chargers.
Eagles, I got Cowboys.
I got Eagles.
Carolina, I got Cowboys.
I'm going to go Carolina.
New York, I got New York Giants. I got Cowboys.
They got their quarterback's ready to go for New York,
That wasn't the issue. It's the running back.
but their quarterback's going to be ready to go.
Yeah, Daniel Jones is good. To
I
my
got
knowledge.
New York.
And then we got New England, and I'll take Cowboys against New England. New England's not back yet.
Cam's off of COVID. He's got a year with that system. Belichick's coming back. Yeah, I'm gonna go Patriots.
They're not starting 0-6 per year. Thing.
Damn, that's 0-6.
Yeah,
I said
they're not beating. They're not losing to Philadelphia or Carolina.
why you only pick those teams?
Because those are the gimmies. All the ones are gonna be good games, but those are the
Uh-oh.
gimmies. I think
Damn, I didn't even realize that 0-6.
that means you just hate the Cowboys.
Not really.
What do you got, Victor? First 6 games.
Man, I think that they could beat the Bucks, honestly.
Oh, that's already 1-0 right
That's
there.
funny.
Yeah, so
1-0.
when I was looking at it,
He's on an island.
I don't see.
No, it's not crazy.
It is.
You act like the Bucks were an amazing regular season team last year.
It's crazy.
No response to what I
see
said?
a couple like
No.
for sure losses on here. I think. when I
Of course
see,
there
like,
is.
Kansas City Chiefs, like
No, we're doing first 6 games real quick.
first 6 games. I mean, the first 6 games. I think the Bucks will be the hardest game. The rest.
Agreed.
looks-
Why'd you pick them to lose? Why you pick Cowboys over them as the hardest game?
Well, because I think that they could still win that because it's a week 1 game,
They
and
suck
I feel
under
like the
pressure.
Cowboys want to. I don't know. I
So
think
first 6 games, what's their record?
first 6 games.
1-5.
Shoot, I mean, it's
had
hard
them
for
all
me
at
to
6,
see
bro.
if I'm taking them over the Bucks. I feel like it's hard for me to say that any of these other teams are 6-0. There.
Man, he just threw that out there.
I'm 5-1.
Yeah.
We in sync right now, bro.
Six. He said 6-0.
If it's
Yeah.
6-0, you know how much people will be talking about the Cowboys.
Bro,
I would
right.
love
First
to
of
see
all,
that.
That's hilarious.
Win or lose, the Cowboys are get talked about. You know that.
So true.
Because there's no Chris does not follow the Cowboys. There's no reason for him to be talking about the schedule right now.
Because you're a Cowboy fan.
Well, let's talk about Tampa. You're a Tampa fan,
I haven't seen their schedule.
but you saw the Cowboys. You see exactly.
I don't like to talk about myself. It makes me
part of the
feel
culture that you just talk about the Cowboys. Talk about the Cowboys.
because you're a fan. If you weren't a Cowboy fan,
You act like I brought it up and everything. No, I haven't even
Okay.
brought it up yet. Like
Okay,
this is you. This is purely
Like,
you bringing it up.
I
Okay,
know.
let's talk about Tampa.
Okay, go ahead.
I see them 0-6 their first 6.
But you said they're gonna beat the Cowboys.
It's gonna be a draw. No,
So how's it 0-6?
let me pull up their schedule, bro. Hold up.
This is what brilliance
So
gets you. This is why I don't want to bring up
2,
Tampa. He knows nothing.
3. Wait, 1, 2.
Yeah, this is why I don't bring up Tampa. Crickets.
4. I see them in their first 6 games, 4-2. You?
I don't know who they're playing. I
They
gotta
got
look.
Dallas, Atlanta, Rams, Patriots, Dolphins, and Philadelphia. I have them losing to the Rams.
All right,
and I have them
go
to
down
Miami.
go down it in order.
They did.
I don't know who they're playing.
Dallas, Atlanta,
All right, so Dallas, I'm gonna go Bucks.
Atlanta.
Falcons, Bucks.
The Rams.
Oof,
I
that
think
was gonna
that's
be
an
good.
L.
That's gonna be a good game. I'm gonna go Bucks.
The Patriots. That should be a win.
That's gonna be a statement game. Cam's gonna be back. He's removed from COVID. 1 year in that system.
It's in New England
Belichick's gonna be there again. I'm gonna go Bucks.
and Miami.
Oof, Miami. Who's the starting quarterback? They figured that out yet?
I think as
Yeah,
of right now, it's-
Tua.
yeah, Tua.
Okay, I'm gonna go Bucks.
And then the Eagles.
Oh, that's gonna be a good game. Who's their
Eagles aren't
quarterback?
Really it right now, bro.
Who's their quarterback?
The Eagles got Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Is he for sure starting?
Yeah, once
He's the only one we know about. Like,
Okay, I'm gonna go Bucks.
bro, that's so biased. 6-0.
See,
They ain't gonna go
really? I
6-0.
pick them for every game.
That's how you know you're biased. Like, I gave Cowboys a loss. Like,
I didn't even realize that. Maybe you just picked the easy teams. I don't know.
it's the first 6 games. What are you talking about? I picked the easy teams.
I don't know. Maybe they
the
got an
Rams
easier
and
schedule.
Miami are gonna be a loss.
Maybe they got an easier schedule.
The
I don't
rest
know.
of their schedule doesn't look all that hard. Like, for
No.
the second half, I see the Bills on here. That could be.
That's gonna be a good game.
That's gonna be a
gonna be
loss. The Saints,
Saints.
depends on who the quarterback.
It'll be so different.
Like
yeah,
what?
without Brees.
They got a
Winston,
hole.
Jameis.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Yeah,
Bucks.
they have a really easy schedule.
Who is more likely to go undefeated this year? Not saying they're gonna go undefeated.
In football, I never plan anyone. It's so hard in
Bucks.
football.
All right, Victor. I'm not asking you to like.
Yeah.
It's just a simple like. What do you think? The Bucks or the Chiefs? Who is more likely to go undefeated? I don't know the Chiefs' schedule.
Yeah, I don't know the Chiefs' schedule either, but I mean, with the way that the Bucks' schedule is looking, I wouldn't rule it out. I guess
Yeah.
But I just feel like the Chiefs, they could play the harder schedule and probably still have just as good of a chance
Yeah.
to go undefeated.
If you have to pick one, it's going to be Tampa, because Chiefs just have a harder schedule, harder division. They have Oakland twice. They have Buffalo early. They got Cleveland with the home opener.
So you
They
think
got
Cleveland's
Pittsburgh,
a tough game
like
now?
Kansas City has a harder schedule.
So are you looking at Cleveland as a tough team now?
No, they're a good team
Why'd you bring them up?
because they're the home opener.
Are they're gonna be a tough team for
They
the
got-
Chiefs?
So their first 3 games are Cleveland, Baltimore, and the Chargers. I mean, Kansas City opened up with some tough games.
That Baltimore game's gonna be good.
Like,
I'm
I
gonna go
don't
Chiefs.
even think, Tampa's schedule ain't even half this hard.
I'm gonna go Chiefs for the Tampa game or the Chiefs.
NFL giving it to Tom Brady again, bro.
Sure. And then we got some quarterback, issues still with Rodgers. Do you think he's
It's on
gonna?
your fourth quarterback, bro.
Do
The fourth quarterback.
you think he's gonna come back next year or this upcoming season with the Packers, or do you think he's gonna move on?
No, I think he's gonna come back.
I think he's.
It's been a couple weeks since I've like heard additional statements from either side, right?
Originally, it seemed like he was disgruntled and still holding back issues about the quarterback pickup. But now it seems like they're moving more towards maybe I could just pay you to be quiet. So it looks like he may just take the money and become the highest paid and finish the season out as a Packer.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense because they were complaining about him being there. Now they want him to stay. So I don't get it.
I mean, there is no backup that they have that's even close to his level. So
Whose fault is that?
that's just the quality of quarterbacks out there. You're not gonna get any quarterback on the market right now that's his level unless there's a trade.
I guess. But yeah, so I don't think he's gonna come back as a Packer. I'm still holding that out.
You don't think? You just said you
I don't think
thought
he is.
will.
I don't think he is.
You
I
just
said
said he'll be quiet and then pay him.
I'm saying it's
You
coming to.
basically told him to shut up and play.
Okay, if you're listening, I said originally it seemed like he was mad about the quarterback pickup, and now it looks like it's just he wants to get paid, and they'll just pay him the money to come back and just play and be quiet. That's what I had said, but you don't.
So
listen.
you don't think that's gonna happen?
Nah, I don't think he's gonna come back.
I think he is.
What do you think, Victor? I think he's gonna come back.
I don't think he will. I feel like-
Really?
yeah, I don't think he's gonna be happy with having another quarterback out there. I think the thing that came out on draft day, I feel like that was probably him who put it out there just to put
Yeah.
more pressure. So
He petty.
and I think since then, I don't think there's been any like momentum to keep him there. So I feel like he's kind of in a position where he has to stick to his word if they don't do anything right for him.
Yeah. And I think they were saying he would come back if they fired the GM, and I don't even hear that anymore. So we'll see. We'll see if he's gonna stick to his word.
Serious question, if the Packers don't trade him, do you think he's gonna come back?
If they don't trade him,
Yes.
because his only other option would be to retire, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think he'll come back then.
Because the Packers ain't gonna get the deal they want for him.
Yeah. Unless they
Because there's no what. I after the Rams and Detroit. Also, I mean, who knows? Because it's Aaron Rodgers. You can have a lot of teams that have a good quarterback, and then all of a sudden they're off for trade that you don't think they would, because Aaron Rodgers is better than 75% of 80% of the quarterbacks in the league right now.
like unless they can do some digging at some massage parlors. I mean, those are only options. Either
Bro,
try to trade him or
they're taking notes from Houston.
yeah.
man.
I mean, I don't know.
Bro, that kind of died in the back, but this week it came up as news that the accuser of Watson said she will not take a settlement.
That's the same one that asked for a settlement.
There's been so many, I don't know.
Because
But one of them said they won't take a settlement. So even if one doesn't take a settlement, that means there will be further investigation and whatnot. So
there was one that wanted to settle, and he said he's not settling. So I mean,
so there was no where they said she wasn't.
right. So I mean, if you know that he told one he's not settling, I mean,
It could have probably been like, I know you're doing it
yeah,
for clout, and this
so-
one I'll offer you something because I know it's real.
yeah. Before you tell me no, I don't want it. Like okay, sure, but yeah, I
That
haven't
story
heard too
kinda
much.
died down, but it's gonna. I don't even know where it's at right now. Like, I am surprised. Maybe I missed it, or maybe because it's off season. But if these are accusers, or
I think it happened during off season though.
No, I'm saying because this is off season, but it gets closer to the return in the NFL. If there's still open cases about sexual assault and all that, the NFL is going to do something because the way they've been the last 5 years, they can't leave it unsaid. They can't do no type of suspension. No, something needs to be said.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Interesting what they do, and that's going to be like Houston's way. We don't have to pay you. You can get fired. No payment. You violate the moral clause. You have fun.
Well, I don't know if they can do that because they're just allegations. It's not like a criminal charge yet or anything like that. It's just an open case.
Who knows, man? When you're a celebrity, it's moral clause that you don't need to be found guilty. It's just the whole reputation of you.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna like put him on a suspension and not pay him because it's. I mean, then in that case, anybody can say you did anything and then It's just an open box for people to just make these allegations. So it sets a bad standard. They might put him on like the commissioner's list and like just pay him, play without pay, or
Who knows?
pay without play.
Well, what they do, I think the ones is where you're without pay unless you're found now guilty. Then they'll like do a retro fucking pay.
Like I got a mortgage, I got a family. I only got.
I mean, if you got that money,
I
you're
only
not
got-
leaving check to check.
I only got 50 mil in the bank. I can't
Like,
do
you got-
this. Like it's just drying up.
You want me to use my money?
I got 4 bitcoins. I can't do this.
And I gotta pay the lawyer.
Nah, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I haven't really been following it either. And then I saw Tim Tebow. Apparently, he signed with the Jaguars. He's switching positions to the tight end.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that's gonna work. I don't know if he's gonna. I don't even think he's gonna. Do you think he's gonna start, or he's gonna be a backup?
Yeah, I don't think he's starting. I think
I
he'll
don't
be
Who's
low
their
on the
tight
depth
end right
chart.
now?
No idea.
I don't know either. Let me take a look. But
But it's Tim Tebow. He's gonna be one of those. They don't start, but as soon as he makes a catch or two, they're gonna do the double tight ends and have him in some plays. But
I don't even know what's all this hype about Tim Tebow. Do people even care?
he has a nice little following.
Does he though?
Yeah, he does.
Who's following him? I don't.
He has a good reputation and good team player and stuff.
That was how he played in what, the Bush era? Like when was the last time he played?
4 years ago?
4 years ago?
I don't know.
Really? During Trump? He was on the field during Trump?
I don't know when he last played.
It was definitely before that. I think he was playing baseball back then. But yeah, it's been some time. I don't. What was it been? 8 years? 10 years?
I don't know.
It's definitely been almost
10 years. What?
It's definitely been almost a decade.
Bruh.
looking here, I think the last time he was on an NFL roster was in 2015 with the Eagles. But I don't even remember him.
Yeah,
Playing, like, I
he
remember
probably just
it-
stayed at home.
He was with the Broncos in 2010. It's crazy. It's been
He's
10 years.
bounced
Since then.
around. Yeah, I don't think he's an impact player.
Oh, no.
I saw people saying, well, not really people, but some of the people on the sports shows that were pro Tebow, they're like, he's a good locker room guy. Bro, you're a backup. What can you tell me? I'm starting. Like, what can he really do?
Bro, locker rooms guy make a difference, bro. When
Okay,
you're down, 40.
I'm not
you
out
know.
here listening to Patrick Beverly. Like, what? No, I'm good. But
Who is your tight end?
don't know.
Let me see.
Their tight end is a guy named Chris Manhertz.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sure
not heard of him.
he's worried about his job. Like, bruh, he's like, job security's fine. But yeah, do you think he's gonna be an impact player?
No.
Yeah, me neither. But yeah, apparently they're thrilled about a
Probably do a little third and down. Give him a couple touchdowns for the fans.
couple
For
touchdowns.
the fans, get those jersey sales up.
Right, that's great. But yeah, before we wrap up, where can people check us out at?
YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you can listen to a podcast, and connect with us on IG and Facebook, and turn up the mic.
And no matter where you're listening, don't forget to turn down the bass and turn up the
Count.
mic. Goodbye.